Hey, what's up? How's everybody doing? I'm back. I know it's been forever since I've uploaded anything, but I am trying my best to be more consistent this year with these videos and my blog posts and just everything. It just feels like there's been so much going on, and then trying to get my head in the right space to be able to sit here and even bring content to you guys has been a challenge in itself, just dealing with life and besides life, just trying to come to terms and cope with this whole president situation, which it seems like every freaking day it is just like we're on the verge of the apocalypse. So, but today, can we talk about the women who just feel like they don't need women? I'm talking about the anti-feminist women. Yes, there's like this whole new thing with women declaring that they're not a feminist and, trying to separate themselves from the feminist movement, which really baffles me. I don't understand it, because I'm like, if you're a woman, you're a feminist, whether you like it or not, because I doubt that you're sitting there saying, I don't want equal rights as everybody else. So, but there's been a blog post that's been floating around the internet since last year, and it's titled, "I am a female and I am so over feminist." It was written by a blogger named Gina Davis, whose entire blog is like a Tommy Loren inspired cluster. Actually, in fact, she does have a blog post that states, "I support Tommy Loren and I'm proud of it." So you can kind of guess what kind of person she is. Her whole blog is pretty much dedicated to her speaking out against those that are speaking out. But this particular anti-feminism blog post has been shared over 1.6 million times on the internet. And, I've seen it a few times. It's crossed my timeline, but it found a resurgence all of a sudden because of the Women's March that just passed. From women feeling like they have to declare themselves not feminists and they have to separate themselves from the feminist movement because feminist has become a dirty word, It creates this image in some people's minds of some like Tumblr styled, free bleeding, non-shaving, yelling, man-hating creature who just doesn't know that, women are equal or, have made so many strides and just want to live in the past and just want to be oppressed. Oh, and they're just crybabies and snowflakes. But it's not the case. It's not the case at all. There's always got to be people that are opposed to progression. So it's kind of what these women are. In addition to this blog post making a comeback all of a sudden, another blog post surfaced of a woman declaring that she is not a disgrace to women because she does not support the Women's March. In fact, she is a strong woman. She goes on declaring that she is not a second-class citizen. She does not feel like her voice isn't being heard because she's a woman, and she does not feel like she doesn't have control over her body because she is a woman, and she doesn't feel this and she doesn't feel that because she's a woman. And then she goes on declaring how, I am a woman, I can vote, and I can do this and I can do that, which is like, girl, well, that's exactly what feminists are out here saying in the first place. Even the ones that are at the march, this is exactly what they're saying. Both blogs group feminism and feminists as this whole man-hating movement without even realizing that they're practicing feminism by even speaking out against feminism. When you're sitting here and you're using your voice as a woman to be heard, that's feminism. So in reality, they should just be thanking feminists for the hard work that they put in to give these women a platform to be able to spew such stupidity, to give them the freedom to be able to spew such stupidity. And let's be clear, it does not matter how you feel about facts. Facts are facts. I know we are in a whole new administration where facts don't matter. We have alternative facts now, that's a thing. But it doesn't matter how you feel about facts, they are facts. So the fact is, women are still seen as second-class citizens to men. This is just a fact, and people aren't sitting here making this up. All these women did not come together to march just because. They're not delusional about the state of women in today's society. They know, you know what I'm saying? Feminists know the strides that have been made, but just because strides have been made doesn't mean there's not so much more that needs to be done. So let's talk about some facts. Let's talk about why we still need feminism. Because there are facts like a woman can be sexually assaulted behind a dumpster by a man that she doesn't even know, and then there could be witnesses to that attack, and then he will only get sentenced to 6 months in jail only doing 3. Okay, that's a real thing. That was a real case that happened last year. Brock Turner, in case you guys forgot. That's the reason why we still need feminism. The fact that a Canadian judge asked a rape victim, well, why couldn't you just lock your knees together? Why couldn't you just keep your knees together to prevent the rape? That's why we still need feminism. The fact that 30% of women have experienced domestic abuse and account for 2/3 of reported stalking victims and are being assaulted verbally and physically and sometimes even being murdered because they did not take the advances, for not accepting a man's advances. That is real. That is a real reality. Wasn't there just a shooting, was it last year or the year before, of a guy who was upset because he couldn't get girls and he went around college campus shooting? The fact that a man can be caught on tape bragging about sexual assault, saying that if you are famous, you could do whatever you want to a woman, you can even grab him by the pussy, and still become the president of this here United States, that is why we still need feminism. The fact that it was decided 44 years ago that women have the right to a safe and legal abortion. Okay, 44 years ago it was decided, and today we are still debating it, and we have right-wing politicians that are going out of their way to try to do everything they can to make it difficult to obtain a safe abortion. That's why we still need feminism. Stop pretending that feminists are these anti-men, just hateful women, especially when, newsflash, men can be and are feminist as well. Feminists do not have a problem with men. They have a problem with men that have a superiority complex because they are a man. That's the issue. That's it. It's quite simple. They don't have a problem with taking help from a man, but don't offer your services if your services are not needed. Don't sit here and try to explain something to me when I already know it. You know, just things like that. Don't look at women as a weaker sex and feel like you have to jump in there and save them just because you're a man. That's where things get a little bit shaky as far as the male-female relationship when it comes to feminism and men. The truth is, if you are anti-feminism, which again, you're not if you believe in equal rights, but you feel some disconnect to the movement, it is because you have not taken the time to do your research to see what these women are out here marching about and what these feminists are talking about today. You haven't taken the time to educate yourself on the issues, and it's obvious when you guys are posting these blogs and you're not even addressing any of the issues that these women are talking about. It makes it totally obvious that you just decided to get behind your computer and just try to demean people because, I don't know, I can't put my finger on why women would want to come out against equality for women. I don't get it. It completely blows my freaking mind. Feminism is so much more than being about men. If you open your ears to listen to what these people are saying, you would understand that. But just because you refuse to do the research and to educate yourself, that's not the feminist's fault. That's your fault for being stupid. Don't blame feminists because you don't want to do the research to understand what's going on in society today. But at least try to take the time to open your heart and open your mind and stop generalizing all feminists just because you've seen a few extremists. Look, every single movement has radicals. Every single movement. But if the majority is not acting on that behavior, then it should not be hard to differentiate between who's who and what's what. Matter of fact, if you're being honest with yourself, you know what feminism is, you know what it's about, you know why it's necessary, but you just want to seem different. You know, you want to seem like you're not that kind of girl. I get it. Maybe you want to impress a boy or something. I mean, I don't I get it. Look, you're a hipster politician. You're into hipster politics. Hipster politics is what I call, when people want to separate themselves from mainstream politics, even if it's at their own detriment. The truth is, we still need feminism. And even if we were in a place where everything is groovy and progress has been made, progress does not mean to stop fighting. It means fight harder to maintain it. Yes, feminism absolutely has its flaws in the fact that it needs to be more intersectional. It needs to include trans women and more women of color and even men in the conversations. But there are plenty of kick-ass feminists out there that are doing the work to try to get these people included in the conversation. The Spice Girls didn't die for this, okay? The Spice Girls didn't die for you to be anti-girl power. All right, well, that's all I have to say about that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure that you comment. I would love to know what you guys think about this subject. Also, make sure that you hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you like my channel. I got some great stuff coming to you. I'm gonna try to make sure that I upload something every week. Also, make sure that you guys follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Stairway to Devon. And I also do a live show every Wednesday on Periscope. And you can catch that if you follow volume_TV on Periscope. Yeah, also check out my blog, stairwaytodevon.wordpress.com. I love you guys for watching. Thanks for being a friend. Bye.